So I'm going to go ahead and start doing my college football predictions for this season. And I'm just going to go ahead and start with the most popular one, Alabama. Um, they start out with their first home game with Utah State. That's an easy win. They should roll in that one. Alabama just has too much talent coming in this year. I think they're probably going to have either top two or top three defense. They're completely loaded at that position. And Bryce Young coming back. I mean, it's gonna be a pretty good offense. We'll just have to see about the offensive line. I do have some questions about that, especially after last year wasn't that great, and then what we saw in the spring game. So we'll see. Okay, and then we're moving on to at Texas. This is one of the big games everyone's looking forward to this year. This should be I think it's probably gonna be a really good game. Could turn into a shootout. We'll just see what Sark has coming into this one. He is, after all, one of Saban's disciples. So I'm sure that he's probably going to have some tricks up his sleeve he's going to bring into this one and throw everything he can at his old boss. But I think Alabama's defense at the end of the day is probably going to make a few plays, maybe a couple of turnovers or something like that, or key stops on fourth down. And they're probably going to win that one. Sorry to tell you, Texas fans, I don't see it. Next one, UL Monroe, easy win. I don't see them having any troubles with that one. Next one, Vanderbilt at home, another easy win. I don't see any possible way they're going to lose to them. Vanderbilt's at the bottom of the SEC, worst team. They're probably on par of Kansas as one of the worst teams in America. Next game is going to be at Arkansas. This is going to be a really tough one. I said it last year to everyone that I thought Arkansas matched up really well with Alabama, and they could be better this year, honestly. Arkansas has a lot of hype coming in this season, but the thing is, last year, a lot of people didn't see it coming. This year, they're going to more so see it coming this time, but Sam Pittman's a really good coach. I think that he's really got the program going in the right way. So I think this is a really close game on the road at Arkansas, but Nick Saban, he's gonna pull out something at the end. He's gonna come up with something to make sure his team is completely prepared for this one, and they're gonna get the win. I think it's really close though, really really close. Okay, next game, everyone's got this circled at home against Texas A&M. Big game, probably the biggest game in the West, honestly. Yeah, everything going on with the offseason between Saban and Fisher. It could be a good game. We'll see what Fisher comes in with, but then again, I just think Alabama's defense is just going to be too good, and I think they might. This could turn into. It's either going to be a really close game or it's going to be a beatdown by Alabama. One of two outcomes. I think Alabama will win this game, though. I don't know if it's going to be a blowout. It could be, but I think Alabama does get it done at the end. Okay, and then on the road at Tennessee. Tennessee gave them a scare last year. They were keeping up until probably the fourth quarter, and then they just ran out of gas. I think that they do score some good points, but I just don't see it, really, honestly. I don't think that they're there yet. They're getting close. I think that they've got the right coach right now to get them in that position, but I just don't think it's this year, guys. Yeah, Alabama's gonna probably roll in this one too. Home against Mississippi State. Nick Saban hasn't had any trouble against the air raid attack of Mike Leach so far, and I don't think that he's gonna have trouble this year either. Alabama's defense is gonna be too good. Like I said, they're gonna win that one possibly easily. Then they head into their bye week, and then they're on the road at LSU. That one's going to be very interesting with Brian Kelly, but Nick Saban has had Brian Kelly's number every time that they've played against each other. I think it's been twice. Once in the national championship, he blew them out, and then again in the college football playoff, wasn't a contest. Alabama was clearly the better team, and I think they're going to be this time too. I think LSU might put up a little bit of a fight in the first half, but they just can't do it. I don't think they'll do it. Okay, and then on the road at Ole Miss, this is probably the one that I'm going to say they probably have a good chance of losing this one because Lane Kiffin, is a really good offensive mind. He's another Saban disciple, and he came close in his first year against them. I mean, he put up a really good fight, and then last year, I don't know what that was, but I think he was a little too overconfident going into this one, and it showed, and that's why Alabama just ran away with it early, and it was just no contest. But I think this might. I'm agreeing with Uncle Lou on this one. I think that they. I think this is where they slip up. Yeah, because it's on the road, and it's after LSU. LSU's gonna be a tough game. It always is, and this is just another road game right after. And I think this is where they drop their first game of the season. Yeah, I think this is it. Okay, and then they come home after playing Ole Miss after I think it's going to be their loss of the season against Austin Peay. Easy win. They always do this every year. They play one of these teams before they play Auburn. Big rivalry week coming up. So they'll win that one easily. All right, and then home against Auburn. Auburn's a disaster right now. We don't know if Harson's going to be the coach by this time. So I just don't think Auburn's going to have the horses to keep up in this one. I think this one's probably going to be a blowout. Probably going to be over at halftime. Auburn's just trending downward, and it's not good there. I think everybody knows what's going on there right now, and I don't see it. Okay, so I have them finishing 11-1. They're going to go to the SEC championship, and that's just my prediction on that one. I got Alabama going 11-1 and going to the SEC championship game. Just tell me your thoughts on that. Just go ahead and comment and subscribe, and let me know what you think.